How's everybody doing tonight? I know I have a couple of open, incomplete puzzles. The Roker Excavator and the Metal Scorpion. But I'm going to do something different tonight. I just feel like it. So, we'll do something a little different. Sorry. So, we'll do this different thing tonight, and then tomorrow we'll pick up on one of those puzzles. So, what we've got tonight, it could be like real quick. I'm not really sure what's in here. I think it's a puzzle of a nativity scene. And I think I was saving it for Christmas, but then I don't know, I just feel like doing it today. I actually was in church like 5 hours today because I went in the morning to Russian Orthodox and then at night to Roman Catholic. So I basically went, I basically spent, the Russian Orthodox Mass is very long. So, and then if you add, and then it was the driving, added time. And then we watched 2 movies. So basically it was like a rest day today. We watched the movies in between the 2 churches, and then we went to dinner afterwards. I know this blade's not doing anything. I'm basically just, the blade's pretty much just for show. I'm just tearing this with my hands. I don't know why. Whatever material this is, blades don't work on it. I know in the Bible, it's like there's 1 rest day per 6 work days. That feels like a lot of rest to me. I think like 2-3 rest days per month is enough. Anyway, I took a rest day today, so we're just going to continue with that. I pulled this out. Yeah, this is going to be real quick. What's the shortest episode we ever did? Like 19 minutes? I don't know if we can make this last 19 minutes. I mean, how many pieces are here? 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's go by. I'm confused. Like, if these fit here, how come it doesn't look complete? Is this like, maybe there's more to this puzzle than I understand. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that a piece? 14? Anyway, there may only be 14 pieces here, but what's weird is they're in there, they're assembled like it's a jigsaw puzzle, so usually there's only one way to put it together, but it doesn't look like anything right now. Like, I'm kind of confused right now, like what is this? Like, this piece has to go in the middle, right? But it doesn't look like, it doesn't make any sense. Alright, so I'm baffled by this puzzle. Maybe when we take it out of the plastic, it'll make more sense. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. So, just dump the pieces out. Oh, okay. So, there's a different picture under here. It looks different. Let's zoom in a little bit. I think that the zoom... Camera 1 and camera 2, I think, work with the same remote. So I think they're both going to zoom at once. Yeah, I just zoomed them both. It's a small puzzle, so I think the zoom makes sense. So now it looks different. We dumped the pieces out and it looks different, but this is still there, which makes it seem like it goes here, but does that make sense? How can it possibly go there? Am I supposed to assemble it outside of the thing? Let's just try. Like, this is a donkey, and there's no donkey here, right? There are palm trees. What is going on here? Right, so this is a donkey. There's no donkey here. Wow. All right. It's not going to go as quickly as I thought because it's like nothing makes any sense. Okay. I believe that's Jesus, right? So that makes sense. Let's start with Jesus. So this piece was originally here. Could this piece fit there? No, it doesn't. Huh. Do I need to buy like 5 of these puzzles? Because like, here's a donkey, here's a shepherd. All right, let's not panic. Let's just keep playing with these pieces and see what we get. Oh yeah, that was a little piece there. That's a tiny little piece. I mean, yeah, it goes here. I don't know if anything else can go there. Flip it around, maybe? Yeah, I don't see what else possibly could go there. It's got to be that piece, right? There's nothing else here that fits there. This is another donkey? And the 2 donkeys kind of go together? I don't get this puzzle. This is baffling. The pieces are one-sided. It looks like it's like homemade the way there's like ink on the other side. What's going on with this piece? And this looks like this. I don't know if that means anything. It's like hand painted. Well, this is a puzzle of the type I have not seen before. Does that go together? Huh. Here's another one. There's 2 of these. There's like 2 of these things. I don't know. What am I looking at here? Okay. We got the star, and we have the baby Jesus. So, I mean, we have like the most important elements here. So, there's the star. Is that... I mean, it doesn't look like... What is it, a barn or whatever? It doesn't look like a barn. It looks like the inn, maybe. And the palm trees, does that make sense? Were there palm trees in Bethlehem? I'm not really sure. Wow. All right. For starters, let's just try to put it back the way it was. And in fact, maybe we'll even learn some clue from that. And then we'll try to think what we're really supposed to be doing here, because I don't think this is the answer. But let's try to put it back to the way it was. So this is the way they give it to you, with the donkeys like like upside down and mirrored. And by the way, there's the tails also look like this. Is this a portal? Why are there like 4 of these? 5 if you count the piece. Is it like you portal in one and you come out the other? I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. Something's baffling me about this puzzle. The experts are baffled. Where did they have Jesus? I guess we'll find out in a minute. Wow. Okay. Is that even right? It might not be. I'm not sure. Would it fit? Would it fit here? No, it has to go here. It's the only place it can go. And then this one would go here. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit at all. Wow. Maybe that doesn't go there. No, that's not right. Wow, that's not right. This is a different type of puzzle than we've seen before. It's challenging in its own way. Frankly, it's challenging because there's no guidance. Right? There's like nothing to grab onto. Is this an analogy? Is this like conveying some deeper meaning? What is this puzzle about? I just feel like because it's a Jesus puzzle that there's some kind of message here. These are kings, by the way. This guy even looks like, I mean, this is like, you know when you have a deck of cards and there's like a king in the deck of cards? That even looks like a king from a deck of cards. I just want to bring up something here. So, card, deck, king. I know there's more than one king, and I'm not like an expert, but it's kind of like, isn't that kind of how a king looks? Like this one. He's like in I want an image. Anyway, that's kind of it. He's like in profile. I don't know why I'm saying that. Maybe that's nothing. It's just in profile. It's just a king. Not a big deal. I don't know why this came up. I feel like I just advertised someone's eBay. That was totally not important. But anyway, a card deck king. I have only 3 pieces left. Here's 2 more kings. But there should only be 3 kings. This one's not a king. This one's a shepherd. Maybe even Joseph. But if that's Joseph, then where's Mary? All right. And who is this? There's someone, the innkeeper? Okay. And then these 2, I assume I could also put the other way. That's not like the only way they could go, right? Let me try that. Of course, now it's going to be tough to get them out because it's like, All right, I got just those 2 out. All right, so we had them in there like this, right? But we also could put them like this. Or is that the way we had them? I don't remember. How did we have them? All right, let's put them like this. And then let's flip them around and put them like this. So the point is they could go either way. Is there a way to make them close that face there? I don't think so. All right. Let's try to figure out what each of these pieces are. Is that anything but a donkey? It looks like maybe it could be an elephant, but I don't think there was elephants at the first Christmas. This one definitely looks like a donkey. This could be, let's call this one a camel. Let's say this is a donkey, this is a camel. Here's another tail. And here's a face. But the face is a different direction. Alright, here's 3 kings. And the kings are purple, green, and red. They have, in addition to these long hoods and beards, they have this, I don't know what you call it, but I've seen it on kings before. It's like they'll have like a white trim and it's speckled with black. I forget what it's called. Alright, so this is the star. This is Jesus. We have 3 animals. We have 3 kings. I think we have... These look like the same... They look similar. I think they're shepherds. They both have stripes here. And they have beards. And they have some kind of headdress. One of them could be Joseph, or they could just be 2 shepherds. Now, does anyone know what these 2 pieces are? They look like they go together, right? Let's pull those pieces out and put them together. Are there other ways to put this together? And then this is Mary, I'm pretty sure. If you look at that, you have to kind of, it's a little abstract. But there's a white dress. She even kind of looks pregnant. But I guess she's not if Jesus is born. But, you know, sometimes women look like that for a few days. And then there's the blue, and there's the hair, the blue headdress. And you can sort of see a profile there with an eye. So, if Mary's there, you would expect Joseph to be there. Now, how do we determine who's the shepherd and who's Joseph? I think something in my gut is telling me that this is Joseph and this is a shepherd, but I'm not sure really what's different about them. This guy has his hand on something. It's a staff of some sort, so he would hold the staff, so that makes him a shepherd. And then this one is Joseph, but I'm saying that only by process of elimination so far. I'm not sure I've noted anything that would call him Joseph other than process of elimination. And then we still have, I would say, 2 to 3 mystery pieces. We haven't spotted this and this yet. They could both be sheep. Those could be ears. Those could be faces. This could be legs. They could just be 2 sheep. But then what's with this door in the donkey's legs? Why is there a door? Is it like the rich man passing through the eye of the needle? I don't know. And that why does this sheep's ear look exactly like the door? Alright, I want to take these pieces out again and just kind of look at them separately. Sorry if I was off camera. I wasn't watching the camera the whole time. Let's take another look at the art behind it. So clearly we've got the same star. I mean, it's not bad. I'm not sure about the palm trees. I guess that makes sense. I don't know. Where do palm trees come from? I'm just going to search where are palm trees from. They're called palm trees, right? Where are palm trees from? If it says, okay, those are images. Where are palm trees from? Although the palm family is chiefly tropical, many species are native to subtropical and warm temperature regions, extending as far south as New Zealand and Chile and as far north as southern Japan, Afghanistan, southern Europe, North Carolina, and southern Carolina. Yeah, I want to know, where do they come from, though? Lowlands, South America, the Caribbean. Are palm trees naturally from Florida? According to Florida ecologists, only 12 palm tree species are actually native to Florida. Therefore, the majority of palm trees that people see each year are not from this area. Let's just ask this direct question. Were there palm trees in Bethlehem? Because I don't want to know today, I want to know in the past. Someone Googled, did Bethlehem exist? I mean, come on. I mean, you could like question the authenticity of the Bible, but like, why are you asking like, did Bethlehem exist? I mean, it's just a name for a city. I mean, calm down. Did Bethlehem have palm trees? I don't know if it's actually. Oh, they knew I was going to ask about palm trees. Oh, because I did the previous search about palm trees. Okay. Are there palm trees in Bethlehem? What kind of trees were in Bethlehem? Junipers, plane trees, sycamores, oaks, mulberry, and various kinds of palm trees. All right, so there's palm trees in Bethlehem. So that was a really long way to go into that, but there are palm trees in Bethlehem. All right, so we got some mud huts here. I don't really see the barn. I would think, if anything, this would be the barn. It's like small. This, I would think, would be the hotel. It's big. And then I'm probably seeing like some structures. I don't know. Is that too big for a single family home in Bethlehem? It kind of seems pretty big, honestly. I would think it'd be more like this. Palm trees. All right. Anyway, it is what it is. I don't really see the barn. And the crib was a manger, right? Which was like you put in straw and the animal eats from it. So these seem like they're cut from something larger. That's another thing that's throwing me off. All right, let's just try to like kind of group these things. So are we going to say that these are sheep? And also, they kind of look like they're like facing each other, almost like they create something. I think these are just two sheep. You see the like folded leg there and the folded hind leg there. Those faces are insane, but I think what they're trying to say is like, there's no wool here. That's why they look like that. Like this is the wool and this, but why are the ears black? I'm not sure about that. Let's just go back to the computer. I mean, as long as we're establishing our reliance on the computer, let's just take a look at sheep. I don't know if there's different sheep in Bethlehem than everywhere else, but I just want to see what a sheep's ear looks like. All right, so there's some sheep. They do seem to have, some of them have black, like faces. I'm not seeing the ears as black, unless the entire face is black. Yeah, I'm not seeing the ears as black. Maybe I'm wrong, but and obviously some of these pictures are pretty funny. Okay, this one made me laugh. I don't know what I'm looking at here. Is that a real sheep? What is that? I don't know. That's a silly face that sheep is making. Okay. So those are sheep. All right. So they didn't look like these sheep, really. These sheep seem to be a bit like skinnier. But I'm going to say those are two sheep. But there's two of them. And there's something very symmetric about them. I want to put them... I was originally going to group them by like type, but now I feel like I want to put them like here and here. I feel like that. I'm going to arrange this my own way, I think. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this. Let's put the sheep here. And I think then Jesus goes in the center. I think like this maybe. That looks good. And then the star should be above Jesus. Oh, we got to zoom the camera back out because now we've gone on from inspecting the puzzle into some deeper analysis here. All right, so there's the star at the top. That's as high as we're going to go. All right, and we got some pieces here. What are sheep known for? They're known for being like kind of followers, right? Sheep. Let's look up sheep symbology. Remember Dan Brown was like professor of symbology? I don't think that's a real word, but I think it's become a word since then because, you know, people just... That book came out like 25 years ago or whatever, and people just now think that way. They just think like, what do these symbols mean? Like when someone puts this in a work of art, what does it mean? Oh, by the way, that's not like hidden anymore because it used to be, or, you know, there's a rumor, I can't really speak, I'm not like a member of anything, but there's this concept that there's symbolic languages everywhere. By the way, I made one myself. I posted like, I don't know, 1% of it to Twitter, and I called it Rapanese because my name is John Rapp. It's actually longer than that, but the first 3 letters of my last name are Rapp, so people call me John Rapp. And I made Rapanese, and it's basically, if you look at my logo, which is a 3x3 grid, I actually use a 4x4 grid to do the Rapanese just to give it a little more space. But they're just like, they're like binary, black and white on a 4x4 grid, and you just flip tiles to white or black, and that becomes, that's the language, they're words, kind of like Chinese. So I made my own symbolic language, so you can like look at anything and you could read it in that symbology, but that would only be if someone used it, you know. Like if nobody uses that language, then it's just a coincidence. So anyway, there was this idea once that you studied this symbolic language and you were like in the know, and the people who weren't in the know, they didn't know what you were talking about. Like basically you could put symbols into books, into movies, into town squares, into some letter that you put in a bottle and launched from a ship, you know, like anything. And someone else who was in the know, if they took the time to decode it, they would know what you were talking about. Like, for example, this is a thing that, obviously I'm not saying this is true because this is the lawsuit that Alex Jones just was sued for, like, I don't know how many trillions of dollars. But basically, if a person were to conduct some event and say it was real, but they wanted their in-the-know people to know it wasn't real, then they would leave all around the set of their staged event all the symbology that tells the real story. So I'm just looking up sheep. Now, there's probably some symbolism of sheep in the Bible, so I probably should have said... I just searched sheep symbology. That was stupid. I should have searched something like meaning of sheep in the Bible. But anyway, let's just see what it says here. Sheep spirit guide. When sheep quietly appears as your spirit animal, it's time to be more gentle with yourself and the world. Sheep as totem animal belongs to those who always appreciate the small things in life. Call in your sheep as your power animal when you need help finding your way to the right path. All right, so sheep are like finding something. Not really sure. I think Jesus is like calling the sheep, something like that. I'm going to say sheep symbol in New Testament, right? I mean, that's what we're talking about here. Of course, anything in the New Testament could probably harken to the Old Testament, but let's try with that. Sheep symbol in New Testament. No, not symbol, because that's going to give me symbols. Sheep meaning. What is the sheep meaning? When you see a sheep in the New Testament, what does it mean? Sheep meaning in New Testament. All right. For this is what the Lord says, I myself will search for my sheep and look after them. Yeah, I think there was something about like there was the good shepherd and the sheep will know his voice and they will come to him. Something like that, right? All right, sheep's versus goats. So goats are shame, women, feminine, weak, noise, milk. Sheep are honor, men, virility, man, strong. I don't know. Do you buy that? I'm not sure about that one. Interesting. Let's go for the text here. With regards to Judgment Day. Also, Google doesn't work anymore. I don't know if everyone's aware of that. I don't know if anything's replaced it yet, but anything that's like within 100 yards of being a hot button topic or anything that can be used like politically or economically, you're not going to get the right answer from Google. There's like, I don't know why. I don't know who like is in charge of Google and why they destroyed their own search engine, but they did. Like you can't get anything that's like remotely controversial. You can't get a straight answer from Google. But anyway, is sheep in the Bible controversial? It probably is, but let's see what they've got. With regards to Judgment Day, sheep and goats are used as metaphors in the Bible. Sheep are the followers of Christ, while goats chose not to follow Christ. The parable is based on the difference in behavior between sheep and goats. Sheep are gentle, quiet, innocent animals. Well, you see there. You see a lot there. Well, now you see why those elites are always using the goat symbol. They think it makes them look tough, I guess. They think being obedient is weak. Is it really? I mean, it shouldn't be. You think like you want society to work, right? You want people to follow the rules. Well, then don't be acting like your symbol is the person who breaks the rules. Don't be shocked. Like you want people to follow your rules, yet you're using as a symbol that you don't follow rules. Well, don't be shocked when your followers follow your example by not following your rules. I mean, basically, if you picked goats as your symbol, you're setting yourself up for failure. So they're all on the same side, the kings, and they're all on the left side. You can't put them. They're different sizes, by the way. Who is this one that? It's like Bartholomew or something. Bill. Who is this guy with the purple? What is the name of that guy? All right. I'm just going to search name of three kings. I keep saying the wrong thing. Name of three kings at Nativity. Three king names Nativity. All right, so yeah, Balthasar, Melchior, and Gaspar. Right, so Balthasar, I believe, is the guy in purple. Let's see if we can get an image to get their colors. All right, so purple is Melchior. Balthasar they have in green, and whoever that other one is, that E1. All right. So Balthasar is black, by the way. That's why I don't understand. Lots of times people will try to like act like someone is racist or something like that. I mean, there's nobody in the Bible that's racist. I mean, there might be like different things, like, tribal, but not racist. Like I don't think that's a biblical concept. I think that the Bible came from an area where they had a good mix of people, and they weren't really judging each other by skin color. There might have been by tribal allegiance, but not by genetics, not by skin color, I don't think. Well, I jammed that image. That's broken now. All right, so I don't know what I was searching for that day. All right, so let's just go back here. So it's Balthazar. We're going to put him first, or who, I'm not even sure who is the thing. All right, so they're different heights. So I'm going to put them kind of in height order. They're also slanted. I mean, my first instinct was to put them like this, like lining up a picture. But it feels to me better like this. And I can't maybe these second two are the same height. I think they change heights based on where you put them. Yeah. All right. I want to put the green one third. But here's, they almost look like they have crowns. All right, so we'll put the short one in front. And when you put them together, like rather than creating triangles, you put them together by their slant. I think that looks kind of good, but one thing is they're definitely all on the left side. Because if you tried to put them on the right side, they'd be like Spider-Man, hanging from upside down. So the kings are all on the left. The goats we have framing the picture, and the goats are laying down, so we're putting them at the bottom. I think Jesus has to go in the middle, and the star has to go above. Let's get that in frame. All right, so what do we got left? We got Mary and Joseph. Okay. Before we were saying this was Joseph by process of elimination, we now have more evidence. Joseph, you see this? Joseph and Mary, they're both looking the same. They're looking at each other. Like if this shepherd, he's on this side. So the shepherd is on the right. Presumably his sheep will be there, his other animals. Oh, the camel. All right, now here's a problem. The camel goes with the king, right? Because look, he's got the purple mat on him. But the camel is on the left. Does the camel have his back to Jesus? I don't think so. I think the camel is looking at Jesus. So that would mean that the camel was parked on the right, but the king walked over to the left. I don't really have a rationale for this yet. I'm just trying. It's just a puzzle, and I'm just laying out the pieces. And we still have this black, which I'm going to call the gifts, like incense, frankincense, and myrrh. Or was it like gold, frankincense, and myrrh? So this is definitely not the gold. So it's either frankincense and myrrh. It's not gold because it's black. Let's just run a search for frankincense and myrrh. I don't know how to spell it, but I'm just going to call it like frankincense, and I don't know how to spell myrrh either. Anyway, what are myrrh and frankincense used for? I actually just want to see a picture of them. Is one of them there? Neither of them is black. Well, let's look at this one. What are frankincense and myrrh? Which one's which? There's the gold. The gold is in the middle there. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. So one of them's white, one of them's gold, one of them's dark. What are frankincense and myrrh anyway? All right, which one's which? Some Minecraft. Are frankincense and myrrh in Minecraft? Kind of makes sense. It looks like it's liquid frankincense, so that's some kind of, I don't know, it looks like sap or something. Today, gold, frankincense, and myrrh seem like unequal gifts, but in ancient times, the botanical extracts were worth the same and even more. In the first century, Roman Empire was in deficit spending. All right, let's just go back here to where the search was run, and let's take out the myrrh, and let's see if it's what color the frankincense is. So they're showing it like in action. Okay, so the frankincense looks white. Frankincense and myrrh. So let's take out the myrrh. Let's take out the frankincense and see what the myrrh looks like. So myrrh is black. I mean, it's dark. It's dark. So myrrh is dark. So this little trinket is the myrrh. So who brought myrrh? Right? Which king brought myrrh? Let's search that. Which king brought myrrh? Which king brought myrrh? We thought Balthasar was first because, they weren't kings, they were magi. Balthasar is traditionally referred to as the king, the gift of myrrh. All right, so that makes sense. We had Balthasar in front based on his height, and he also brought myrrh. So there's the gift. Can be set right in front of him. So there's the myrrh. Now, what did myrrh do? What is myrrh? Myrrh. Myrrh. Use. What do you use myrrh for? Myrrh is used for indigestion, ulcers, cold, coughs, asthma, lung congestion, arthritis, pain, cancer. Honestly, I feel like I need more myrrh. So anyway, I ran a search. What is myrrh used for? I mean, it seems like a really good thing. I'm going to look for myrrh as a supplement. I mean, myrrh, it's an oil, and it seems like it's a really good oil. I'm not a doctor. I don't know really if myrrh is good or not. But just like a Google search seems to indicate that myrrh is good for you. I can't really say that it is. Myrrh, maybe not the most widely used oil, but is definitely one with vast history, has been known to be an essential ingredient in religious rituals. As short summary, myrrh is used to aid blood circulation and digestion. Oftentimes, you'll find myrrh and frankincense. I feel like we need to think deeper on this issue. And let's think about something. So these three magi, so they weren't kings. They're dressed like kings, but they were magi. And they brought gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And I think this myrrh sounds like a key to health. It sounds like the closest thing they had to a cure-all back then. Like, I don't know what you would have today, like a superfood. Like, I don't know, I don't know what you think of it, but like at my house, we think like salmon, broccoli, and rice is like a good dinner. But, maybe we should season the rice with myrrh or something. Or, it seems like it's pretty good. But if you think about the Magi, they're visiting Jesus when he's a baby. And Jesus, as you recall, was quite successful in life. And even beyond being successful in life, he set an example that, literally billions of people look to today, which is 2,000 plus years later. Now, he was known, Jesus wasn't like completely poor. I think John the Baptist, he was known like eating like locusts and honey and having like a camel hair coat. So I think John the Baptist was known for being poor. Jesus wasn't, but at the same time he told people to give away what they had. But if you look at these three magi, they're giving him gold, which is, it's going to take care of you. I mean, it's money. Gold is money. Like how do you use money in the world? I mean, you like exist in the world with money. You like buy your food, you buy your housing, your energy, your whatever. Like gold is pretty important for moving around the world. And sounds like this myrrh was pretty important for health. And frankincense was probably did something. I think it's like incense, right? So I'm not really sure. Is it important to breathe it? Like, is it for health? Anyway, what I'm leading up to here is that it probably was helpful that these magi gave this stuff to Jesus. I mean, it's like part of the story. It's not like something to gloss over. Anyway, let's deal with the animals here. Well, yeah, I should deal first with Mary and Joseph. So I'm going to move. I know Jesus, I said in the center, but I need to move him down a little bit to get Mary and Joseph in here. So there's Mary and Joseph. I think we can put them right next to. I wonder if we check out Mary's piece, if it has any references to the manger here. Just based on the color scheme, you can see that there's a line there that goes from Mary's outfit into Jesus. It's not as accurate on Joseph's side, but it does kind of line up. So I think, and just the fact that they're parents, they're the people who are going to raise Jesus. So I think they would be quite close. And if you look here at their eye line, assuming we've arranged them correctly, so we put them on the left and right based on the way their faces are directed. We put Jesus in the middle. If you follow Mary's eye line, which we can do by drawing a line from her eye to her nose and extending it, it's going right to Jesus. Now, if we do the same thing for Joseph, see Mary's head is tilted forward. She's looking at Jesus pretty much right in the face. I'm not sure how we decided to put Jesus' face on this side rather than this side. I think we got it right. I think I was just reading the shadows and decided that's how it should be. Like, look at the dark shadows here and darker shadows on this side than this side. I think so. I just basically read the shadows and felt that this is the direction that this is supposed to be. And then when you do that, then Mary goes here and Joseph goes here, and we see some clues that looks correct. And once you've lined it up like this, Mary is clearly looking right at Jesus' face. Joseph, so Mary's nodding forward, looking in that direction. Joseph is standing straight up. And if you do the same exercise with him, he's a little bit taller than Mary. He's either looking beyond her or he's looking at her. Joseph is given a lot of credit for raising Jesus, teaching him carpentry and probably teaching him some things about, the world, the human world that he was living in. So I don't want to say that his only job was to protect Mary. I think he played a role in Jesus's life. That's what I've heard from other people, and that's what I would imagine myself. But at least in this scene, it seems to be that Mary's looking at Jesus and Joseph's looking at Mary, which I think makes sense, at least for that moment. They're in a strange place. They're surrounded by these like beasts and these kings and stuff. The kings are at Joseph's back, but they're bearing gifts. Now, these three animals they don't have to be facing, they don't have to be looking at Jesus. Traditionally, they are. Let's just put them in size order. So the camel is in the back. So the camel belongs to the king, but it's on this side. Unless the king left him here. But, would the camel be looking away from Jesus? Traditionally, the camel would be looking at Jesus. Like every eye looks and every knee bends, or however the expression goes. I'm not really sure how to arrange them. It's a little tricky here. I'm just going to go like this, kind of. Taking the example from the kings. So there's a sharp corner here and a sharp corner here. So those look like they fit. Whereas on the camel, So the camel and the ox meet at a sharp corner. The sheep, or the donkey, Mary rode in on the donkey. So this donkey doesn't even belong to, the shepherd has nothing to do with any of these animals. The donkey, like you and the ass you rode in on, so the donkey goes with Mary. The camel goes with the Magi. And I guess this ox just lived there. Like they're in a barn. I think he was already there. He lived in this barn in Bethlehem. And that's just, he just happened to be there. Mary, Jesus, and Joseph visited his barn. So there's a connector here as well. And it's rounded. So considering that this puzzle didn't come with instructions, I feel like we're somehow assembling it correctly. I don't know why I'm so confident that what I'm doing is correct, but it's just like these meet at a corner, these meet at an angle. I mean, they really do meet. Look at them. And these guys meet. The myrrh is a little, it makes sense because we put Balthasar here and he's with myrrh. So the only thing is, I think that maybe it can go a little higher, like up here, like it can go on top of it. But I don't know if you're supposed to do that. I think it goes here. And the only thing that's making me stop is that I have a black mat at the bottom. And it kind of gets lost in that. But I do think that that's where it goes. I don't know what shape it is. But the fact that it looks like a door, portal makes me want to arrange it the same way. So the only thing we have left is the shepherd. He's got two sheep, but he's looking this way. So I feel like he's got to be on this side. But he doesn't fit anywhere on this side. That's not a fit. He has a slant on front. I'm not sure where that fits. This does not have a slant on back. By the way, Mary and Joseph have the same curve, which is similar. If you put them together, it's similar to this portal curve. So this is definitely, this is tight. This looks good. I think I'm starting to think these sheep go here. I don't know. What do you think? I know it's a bit risky, but I think they could go here. Let's see if this guy can go in the middle of the sheep. No, because then they can't, because all the eyes have to go to Jesus. So the sheep are going to frame the picture. The shepherd is lost. He doesn't fit. It's supposed to be sheep who's lost, and the shepherd searches for him. But we've been given a puzzle where the shepherd is lost. Is this like the deepest thing ever said on this podcast in the 282nd episode here? The shepherd has lost his way? This is insane. The shepherd is lost. He doesn't fit. You know what's the only spot that he fits? And it makes no sense. He fits here with this Balthazar. I mean, just going by the shape of the piece. But he actually, that may not be the only spot, because he also has a curve on his back here. And if you check out this curve, there's another spot it fits. And that's here. I mean, these are like some crazy ideas here. We either have a shepherd who is confronting the kings, magi, or we have a shepherd that is like drunkenly laying on the sheep. And that does seem to be what the pieces are showing. But that's so wrong, because he's not looking at Jesus. And we can make him look at Jesus, but he's then not part of the rest of what's going on here. Shepherd has lost his way. I feel like we need to understand this. I feel like politically, philosophically, forensically, what's that word? Anthropologically, I don't know what's the word, but sociologically, that's the word I'm looking for. We've got a shepherd problem. Shepherds are lying down on the job. They're not getting the job done. They can't find their way. They're fighting with the kings. This is a shepherd problem. I'm going to say that it's no coincidence that I picked this puzzle up. And I'm going to say that my solution looks fairly good here. And we've got a shepherd problem. Look at this. Shepherd is either lying down, he's fighting the king, or he's lost. Who is the shepherd? The sheep know his voice. The shepherd calls out and the sheep follow his voice. They know him by his voice. Well, I'm the only one watching this video. I just looked at the stats. Let me see if anyone joined and left. No. There's been 282 videos, and so far, this is the only one that didn't have a single person, or at least the only one in the last 200, maybe in the beginning. But it's the only one in recent memory without a single person joining. I think usually my sister joins no matter what. So nobody joined tonight. And the shepherd is known for his voice that talks to the sheep. I'm actually feeling that I'm the one who's not getting the job done. I think I need to understand my voice on this podcast, and I need to speak clearly. I can't be like laying down on the job one night, antagonizing the king the next night, and just like completely lost the third night. I mean, I need to speak in a voice that has meaning and that's recognized by the people who need to hear it. I don't know how to do that, but I guess I'll try. All right, so this is it. This is the screenshot. This is what we've come up with. We've got the kings with the myrrh. We've framed with the sheep. We've got the Holy Family. We've got the animals having a little party there. And we've got the star. And we have the lost shepherd. Anyway, let's put it together one more time and then end this episode. I actually thought this was going to be the shortest episode ever. And it ended up being a fairly long episode because I don't know if it was meant or not, but once I started putting those pieces outside of the puzzle, they started to look like they had some purpose, and I just kept going with it. And I don't know if I was talking nonsense or if I got somewhere. I actually lately have been thinking that there is no nonsense. Like, like everything means something and it's just how you see it. I don't know. Maybe maybe it was a bunch of nonsense. Maybe there was some point to it. I don't know. Okay. So Mary and Joseph are there and there. Interesting. Is there more than one way to put this together? I think there's only one way, right? Wow. Jesus goes in here opposite of the way I did it, but I think I did it right. It's just the way it fits in there. I don't know why, but that's what it does. And then these two kings, that's optional. They can go, your choice how you're going to put these two magi. Do you put them facing against each other? Yeah, that's the only way they can go. I don't think they can go the other way. So here's what it looks like put back together. But this is obviously a jumble. It didn't come with instructions, but I think we did right when we took out the pieces and we tried to arrange them. I think it was correct. Whether we were receiving a message from beyond or if we were just playing with a puzzle, I guess we don't really know. It's just kind of open to interpretation. Anyway, that was more fun than I thought it'd be. I hope you enjoyed it. I did, and I guess I'll see you next time. We'll probably just finish that Roker excavator. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.